The purpose of connecting the Culinarian and the Rancher was to really bring the young generation of culinarians with the young generation of ranchers all in one space to have conversations, talk about the hard things, talk about the whys and the whats and the how do we do it better.
I was more curious about where beef came from, the people behind the product that I was serving, and these past couple of days I've been able to learn more about that. We went to a farm, Chippewa Valley Farm, which was incredible. They were super kind, and the owners and staff there were just taking great care of the animals and more than willing to walk us through their process, and just learning all about the process behind the product and the people behind the product and what they represent and the pride that they bring in their cattle and their herds.
Working with Chef Ashley and Chef Peter at the table, learning how to cook the perfect steak. We also got to pair up with some ranchers from around the country, which is such a unique opportunity. And having that exchange and that dialogue is so valuable from a chef, because I'm not a farmer. I didn't grow up on a beef farm. I don't know how to raise cattle. So wonderful to see their perspective, because they know how that 2-inch sirloin got to that cutting board. I knew what to do past that point. I was able to sort of guide their hand. It was awesome to be able to collaborate and be able to teach for a moment and not just be a student.
They kind of were like, okay, now the roles are reversed and you're gonna cook. And we're like, I don't know if we're about that. We'd much rather go talk about cows. We worked with the culinary students. We each got paired with one, and we cooked the perfect steak, which was literally perfect. So that was really neat, just to kind of see the roles reversed, because they were so eager to learn about what we were doing and how our operations worked in the cattle side, that we were just as eager to learn about how to cook.
We learned a lot from each other, and it was a really awesome experience to see how we rely on each other in the relationship from a farmer to a chef, and how we all have a different part in that role to getting food from the pasture to the plate.
We broke bread and shared it at the table. It was a really cool experience, and it was really fun to put my skills and their skills together into one final product, and it was a really beautiful thing.
We as a brand really saw this as an opportunity to build really young brand ambassadors for life. The certified Angus beef cattle starts day one with the rancher. And then the last person to really give it a really great sense of pride and really put a blue ribbon on that steak is a chef. So it's really important that those two worlds are always connected.
I would use certified Angus beef in my restaurant because I know now how much certification and commitment there is, not necessarily just to the quality of the product, but to the sustainability and the care and well-being of the animals behind the product. So I know that when I'm buying certified Angus beef, of course my customers are getting high quality product, delicious steaks, but also I know that the animals that we're producing those and where it's being sourced from is supporting small local farms. And that is truly what I care about, the sustainability. I want my kids to eat great steaks, I want my grandkids to eat great steaks, and of course I would want my customers to do the same. So that's why I would serve it in my restaurant.